Rincey, and this is Rincey Reads. Today I'm going to be doing a book review on The Year We Left Home by Thompson. This novel takes place in the Midwest, mostly within Iowa and Chicago, although it does travel outside of those 2 points. The book follows a single family from about the 1970s through to modern day. While this is a novel, it feels more like a series of vignettes because every chapter, I suppose you could call them, covers a different time period, and it also follows a different member of the family. So you don't follow necessarily every single person in the family, but you do jump around between family members, so you're never reading about the same family member twice in a row, I believe. And although the chapters are chronological, you aren't necessarily going like 1 year after another, or there's no real set time period between each chapter. So at the beginning it tells you what year it is and where you are. The chapters don't actually give you any prompt as to who you are actually following, so it often takes a couple paragraphs before you figure out who exactly you are following for that chapter. And also sometimes it takes you, or at least it took me, a minute to remember who exactly that family member was. Of course, that happened more in the beginning than towards the end. But it follows a variety of people, so you see a lot about cousins and aunts and uncles in here as well. I wasn't completely sure what to expect from this book. I just knew it was a novel about a family from the Midwest. So I have to say that like the vignette aspect of it and the fact that it constantly changes points of view isn't necessarily my favorite thing. Personally, I'm someone who loves to really delve deep into a story, and I felt like each chapter didn't allow that. If you're someone who really likes short story collections, you'll probably like this. And also because you're following this family over like 30 years, you don't really get too in-depth with any real character. There is one character in here named Ryan who you seem to follow a little bit more than the rest of them. I believe you start with Ryan and end with Ryan, so it feels like he has a little bit more of a main character type feel to him than the other characters who are followed in this book. But again, you follow a variety of people, so there isn't really a main character. Also, this book has a little bit of a Friends and Light type feel to it, in my opinion. When I started reading this book, it felt a lot like The Corrections to me. I don't know if that's just because it's a family drama that takes place in the Midwest and they seem to be really despondent about a lot of things, but I enjoyed this significantly more than that. I never finished The Corrections, in case you didn't know. This doesn't feel quite as pretentious, so I think that's partially why. But I also think for some reason Thompson's writing style just really drew me in. Even though this wasn't necessarily my favorite book of all time, I did find myself interested in these characters and I wanted to know what was going to happen to them. There are certain characters in here that obviously I enjoy more than others, and I kind of wish more time was spent with them. There's one character specifically in here named Tori that I really enjoyed, but I think she gets the minimum amount of page time given, so that was disappointing to me. I feel like I always end up enjoying the characters that get the minimum amount of time devoted to them. I don't know why that is, but I really wish there was more of Tori's story in this book. In the end, I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it. I didn't love it. I would recommend this book for anyone who enjoys family dramas, especially stories that take place in the Midwest, because that doesn't happen quite as much as personally I would like. So yeah, that's my review of The Year We Left Home. If you have read this book, feel free to leave your comments down below letting me know what you thought of it, or if you have any questions, feel free to leave that down there as well. So yeah, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching.